You guys really love donuts because I've never had so many messages requesting my dough recipe when I shared my Krispy Kreme donuts made in the air fryer.
All right, we are starting with 1 cup warm milk, 1/3 cup sugar, and 1 tablespoon of yeast. Whisk and wait 5 minutes until your yeast foams up and looks like this. Now that our yeast is activated, add in 2 eggs, 6 tablespoons of coconut oil or melted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and half a teaspoon of salt. Now my recipe calls for 4 cups of flour, but we're going to add it in increments at 2 cups at a time. Now that we have our 2 cups of flour, we're going to mix gently but thoroughly until our batter is nice and smooth and looks like this. Toss in the remaining 2 cups of flour and of course, mix again. Okay, now it's the time to get our hands a little dirty and start kneading our dough. This next step takes a little bit more patience. We want our dough to rise. Spray a large bowl with oil and spray your dough and cover it with a towel for 2 hours until it rises and triples in size like this. And the trick to having your dough rise faster is having it in a warm place like maybe your oven. Okay, here's the fun part. We are going to knead our dough and then cut out our donut shapes. Remember, your dough will rise again, so roll out your dough as flat as possible. So I use mason jar lids to cut out my donuts and the tips of cake cutter frostings for my donut holes. Now this recipe makes about 12 to 14 donuts depending on how flat you roll out your dough. After 30 minutes you see that the dough has risen again. Glaze is 1 cup powdered sugar and 1/4 cup of condensed milk. If you want a thicker glaze, add another ½ cup of powdered sugar and then 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Mix it all together until it's nice and creamy, and I will not judge you if you lick your spatula at the end of this. Alright, let's air fry some donuts. I sprayed my donuts with a little bit of oil on both sides, and this time I'm setting the air fryer at 325 and then air frying it for about 7 minutes. And this time around, it came out perfect. Now wait a few minutes before adding your donuts into the glaze. We don't want hot donuts, we want warm donuts. We did it. We made donuts in the air fryer, and doesn't that just look mouth-watering? But wait, there's more. I'm actually a double dipper. Now tell me in the comments, are you a double dipper or do you prefer a single glaze? Thanks for making air fryer donuts with me. If you like this recipe, follow me for more.